Hello, everybody. Scott Killian here, coming to you from Gilbert, Arizona, in my podcast studio, otherwise known as my garage. Today, episode 2. Today, you might notice I have my scrubs on. I am in the medical profession. I am a respiratory therapist, but I don't want to talk about pulmonary issues today. What we want to talk about today is something that I find quite interesting. I saw a report the other day that colon cancer is on the rise for people under 50, up 10% just from 2020 to 2023. That's a pretty big amount, percentage jump. And I'm 55, and I know, colonoscopies is what we do. Nobody wants to do it. Nobody wants to do it. But I've had two scenarios where the first one I did the box, where you poop in the box and you send it off to a lab. And 3 years later, I did that came back negative, those results. And then 3 years later, I did the real deal, Holyfield, if you will, the scope up the butt, you know. And honestly, looking back at it, I don't know if I'm going to be doing pooping in a box anymore. They both have their pros and cons, I guess. I remember when I got the box, it's a whole lab that you set up in your bathroom. It's pretty interesting. For starters, preface this: you want to get a mask and squirt a little cologne in the mask before you start messing around with your turd, because that is not fun. Not fun at all. Funny story. When I did it, when I poop, so they send you this box and it has this tray that you put in your toilet that catches your turds. Well, as I proceeded to do it, for some weird reason, that day I took an abnormally large crap. I knew it was large when it kept coming out, and I was giggling, thinking that I was going to overflow it like a fat kid at the Golden Corral yogurt bar. I was laughing. I was laughing so much that I said, I think I'm going to need extra postage on this shit just to send it to North Carolina or wherever the heck it was going. But it was heavy. It was gross. And I had to give you a little spoon. You got take out a little bit of your turd on 2 specimens and put it in this fluid and wrap it up and send it up. And it's all official. And apparently they can tell if you have polyps, but I don't know, man. Because 3 years later, I did the, oh, and by the way, let's think about that job back at the factory or the lab. Who in the hell is opening up boxes of shit from around the country? They must smell. For starters, they must. Hopefully, they're COVID survivors that have lost their smell and hadn't gotten it back yet. You couldn't pay me. What do they make? What do they make? I don't know. It's got to be. I gotta be making 6 figures. No doubt. No doubt. You gotta be making 6 figures for that. Anyways, so we should call them and find out. Cologuard. I'm going to do that. And I'll post in the comments of what I found on my research for job postings at Cologuard. I would imagine they have a high turnover rate. I'm just going to guess. I'm going to go out on a limb. I don't think people stay long at that job. I mean, unless you're a fecal philiac and you're into people's turds, I guess, whatever, you better you'd be happy with 20 grand a year. I don't know, but I'm not doing that job. Okay. That is a gross job. Anyhow, so on the flip side, you can do the tube, the basic colonoscopy. You fast and you drink the drink, and the drink's horrible. And what I did was I went down to the hardware store and I got a vinyl hose and a funnel. And like the back in the days of the beer bong, I made a colonoscopy nasty ass drink bong. So you just slam it and you don't even taste it because everyone's like, oh, it tastes so bad. It tastes so bad. There's your medical device invention right there. A medically proven device so people can drink their pre-procedural drinks that taste like dog shit. Anyhow, I think you probably put a price tag on it for like $2,500, as much as they charge for medical stuff. It's a freaking hose and a funnel. They get away with it. Get these people to. Yeah, I work in I used to work in a bigger hospital where there was a lot of procedures going on, and people would be like, oh, I can't take it, dude. They're making it good. They don't like to drink. I'm thinking to myself, beer bong. That's the way to do it. Just slam that, Anyhow, so I drank the drink and I went to the procedure, and it turns out I had two pretty good sized polyps, which that I guess could be the start of colon cancer. I should probably know this, and I don't, but kind of stay out of anything below the belt. I'm a respiratory therapist will tell you they don't do anything below the waist, so we get grossed out by that. But anyways, I think that in my opinion, in summary, I would recommend you get a colonoscopy probably now at 45. They used to say 50, but I'm thinking 45. I mean, I'm not a doctor. You might want to talk to your doctor, but to me, it seems like it's more accurate, the camera, and it's weird. You go under, they give you that propofol, that Michael Jackson juice. Whoo! That stuff will knock you out. And then you wake up, and I woke up in a room that was divided by a curtain. Apparently there's other people there doing whatever they're doing. And I'm higher than a kite, in that propofol. I look over on my bed, and I swear I fasted. And I swear I drank. I followed it to a T. Everything is brown all over my bed. I'm just like, what the hell? This is disgusting. So, yes, something to look forward to. Just a heads up. I'm trying to let you know all the pros and the cons, what to expect, what not to expect. I don't know. But, it's an interesting thing. And I think that people need to start doing it because colon cancer is on the rise due to, I think they say, bad diet and lack of exercise. So now that I had polyps, I got to go, I think they said every 2 years now, which is, I'll be breaking out the colonoscopy pre-procedural drink bong again so I can down that nasty stuff. Ugh. And, what else? As long as we're on the butthole topic in that area, I did recently buy a bidet that I attached to my toilet. It's not the high dollar one that warms the water. This time of the year, that water's ice cold. Okay. Everybody's crazy about doing these cold plunges right now. The only thing I'm cold plunging right now is my butthole. I cryo freeze that thing every time I take a dump, wash off it down there because I want to, use less paper, going green and trying to be, conscious about the environment and stuff. But I tell you what, I freeze that thing down there. It's like a igloo. So cold. It's disgusting. I mean, I guess it works. It cleans. They use a lot less paper. And you can get them off of Amazon for $39.95 and strap it on there to your toilet seat. But beware, if wintertime, you're going to get a frozen butt. Anyways, just a little educational, informational stuff for all my followers and friends and whoever. Cancer awareness. I know if you're a young 15-year-old to 25-year-old girl, you're not going to understand this. We get to my age, we start getting poop obsessed for some reason, us old men. I don't know why, but it's just a simple fact of life. So a Swifty's not going to identify with colonoscopy, preparation and choices to choose from, but you'll be there someday. So anyways, for as far as episode 2 goes, folks, I think that's all I have to say. I just saw that article and I thought I'd, have some awareness. If you're contemplating it, no pun intended, either shit or get off the pot. Anyways, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the like button. It helps in my algorithm. All right. Take care, folks. Have a good day.